Hi everyone, I'm Tanya and thank you for being here. I'm filming this from a place that feels like home, but my heart is somewhere else right now. I was born in Tanzania and most of my extended family still lives there, and lately I have been watching something unfold that has not made global headlines. On October 29th, 2025, Tanzania held its general election and protests broke out almost immediately, largely led by young people, many that were Gen Z, risking everything to stand up for what they believed is right. And the response was brutal. Hundreds, possibly thousands, were killed. There were widespread internet shutdowns, which is actually insane. Power and water was cut off for days. Cities went quiet under a national curfew, not because peace had come, but because voices were being silenced. And yet, very little made international news. So if you blinked, you missed it. And that kind of silence is loud. And if you come from where I come from, it's deafening. Because this is the land of my birth. It's the place where I learned family and joy and resilience from my heritage. This is the soil that shaped so much of my childhood. So when I see a nation that is crying out and the world just scrolls past, I cannot stay quiet. Because this isn't just political. It is so deeply spiritual. And the Bible is not silent on oppression. There's a couple of verses that I'm going to read to you, and the first is in Proverbs 31, verse 8 to 9, and it says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy." And then Isaiah 1:17 tells us, "Learn to do right. Seek justice and defend the oppressed." And that's not just for governments or politicians, that's for every single one of us. Because you see, we are called to be salt and light. And sometimes being salt means stinging wounds that need healing. Sometimes being light means exposing what the world would rather keep in the dark. Because people often ask, where is God when things like this happen? But Psalm 9:9 says that the Lord is the refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. You've got to know that God is not distant from your life. God is not distant from Tanzania. He is in the streets. He is in the cry for justice. He is in the hearts of every young person who dares to believe that change is possible. But while God sees, He also sends, and sometimes we are the very ones that He sends. So if you're watching this from across the world and you feel helpless, you are not helpless. There are 3 ways that you can simply respond today. And the first is by prayer. Do not underestimate the power of prayer, because God hears. He hears the cries of the oppressed. He moves through the intercession of the church, and we are the church, every single one of us. The second is to speak. So if the global media won't amplify these voices, then we very well can. You can share, you can post. Your influence can make the injustice visible. And the third thing that you can do is engage. You can look for organizations online and around you that are doing verified relief and human rights work. Even your financial support can make a difference. There's a verse in Isaiah 58 verse 6, and it says, "Is not this the kind of fasting that I have chosen, to loose the chains of injustice, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke? Because justice is worship." To my Tanzanian brothers and sisters, I see you. I mourn with you. I pray for you. And I believe that revival can come from the very soil that's soaked in grief right now. In Amos 5, verse 24, it says, "Let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream." And to everyone else, don't look away. Don't let comfort blind you. Don't let fear mute your voice. The church was never meant to be silent in suffering. We were made to be loud with love, disruptive with truth, and persistent in hope. So until next time, let's love more, and I'll see you at the next PSA. Please pray for Tanzania, and once you have prayed, put your prayers in action. If you enjoyed this message, we have an entire playlist just like this for you and those around you. Definitely give them a listen. Share them with the first person that comes to mind, and we'll see you next week.